Welcome to stage 11 of La Vuelta 20. This is part one of a brutal weekend of climbing which could well decide the outcome of the race. 4 Category 1 climbs, including a summit finish. Just look at that profile, up and down all day long, a sawtooth to the Alto de la Farrapona. All eyes today on the top two, Primož Roglič and Richard Carapaz, who began the day on the same time overall. There was a nervy start to the day's action, with the first Category 3 climb coming right at the start. Tim Velon was the first man to scamper up the road, picking up a few King of the Mountains points on the Alto de la Campa. The Belgian looking to close the gap on Guillaume Martin, the man in the polka dot jersey. An almighty battle to get into the breakaway, with a small group finally pulling clear on the second climb, the Alto de la Colladona. Bruno Armirail, Nelson Oliveira, Nicholas Ige, Mark Donovan and Michael Storer. Martin bridging across too, though he failed to take any points at the summit. Velon and David Gaudu joined them on the descent, so 8 riders now up at the front. And they were averaging a speed of 42 kilometres an hour over the first 2 hours of racing. That being said, their lead was only 1 minute and 45 seconds heading into the final 100k. Onto the Alto de la Cobertoria, almost 10 kilometres at 9%, where Marc Soler decided to go on the attack for Movistar. The Spaniard began the day 10th overall, 3 minutes and 52 down on Roglič and Carapaz, and he soon caught up with the leaders. Martin tightening his grip on the polka dot jersey with maximum points at the summit as Velon began to go backwards. Well, the legs must have been starting to sting as they attacked the penultimate climb, the Puerto de San Lorenzo. The breakaway increasing their lead to 3 minutes, but they still had 40 kilometres to cover. 10 more King of the Mountains points for Martin at the top, his virtual lead now up to 25. And so onto the final climb, the Alto de la Farrapona. 5 riders still plugging away at the front. Soler, Martin, Gaudu and the Sunweb duo of Storer and Donovan. They still had 2.5 minutes in hand on the peloton, and the main bunch looked happy to let them contest the stage win. Jumbo-Visma setting a steady tempo for the race leader Roglič. With 5k to go on the steepest part of the climb, Soler kicked on, followed by Gaudu. The Spaniard and the Frenchman heading for a summit shootout. The favourites marking each other in the final as Gaudu hit the gas.
It is going to be a win here for David Gaudu of the team of Groupama FDJ. The treat on Halloween goes to David Gaudu and he screams in joy.
Roglič and the favourites rolling over the line around a minute later. Alexander Vlasov grabbed a couple of seconds, but today was all about David Gaudu. 24-year-old taking the biggest win of his career on Farrapona, his first on a Grand Tour. He came here as Groupama FDJ's leader, and while he's a little off the pace overall, this was a timely reminder of what he can do. A shriek of delight on the line after giving his team a much-needed win. It was a scream of relief because I'd been struggling a bit in recent days, sore legs, and I was complaining to the rest of the team. It's been a tough season. I have to admit I wasn't great at the start today, but I've managed to get the win up here, and that is absolutely exceptional. Gaudu outgunning Marc Soler to take only his 3rd career win. Storer, Donovan and Martin around a minute back, followed by the GC favourites, Roglič rounding out the top 10. It's pretty much as you were overall, although Hugh Carthy lost a few seconds. Soler climbs to 6th, while the stage winner Gaudu's up to 12th, around 20 seconds off the top 10. Roglič remains in the green jersey, with Dan Martin sneaking into 2nd place in the points classification, ahead of Richard Carapaz. Still no stage win, but it was a good day for Guillaume Martin, the Frenchman extending his lead in the mountains classification to 26 points over Sepp Kuss and Carapaz. Enric Mas is still the best young rider, but Gaudu has cut his advantage to 3 minutes and 8 seconds. The battle for white isn't over just yet, and neither is the battle for red. Halloween may be over, but there's still a frightening stage in prospect tomorrow. 5 climbs in just 110 kilometres, including the legendary Angliru. 12 kilometres at 10%. Chills guaranteed.